So this ride has been a long time coming. My brother has been riding for years, I've been riding for years, but we've never actually done a ride together, apart from the time when I went on the back of his Ninja, which was probably one of the most frightening things I've ever done in my life. But we've never gone on a ride together. And actually, Paul, I don't think he's ever done more than like 100 miles in one stretch. So hitting the road for a semi kind of long tour, it wasn't that long. We did about 1,000 miles or something, so it wasn't huge. But for him, this was kind of quite new. But he's got the perfect bike for it. You'll see it on the video now. So we set out from Chelmsford and we didn't have any plans whatsoever. The only plan was to have some time together and to ride and enjoy the open road. This was slightly born out of the fact that we, recently lost Dad, and we thought we need a bit of time together just to process a bit and chat and spend some time hanging out. So we have 5 days of riding together and I can't wait to do it again. So we'll jump straight into the video. I hope you enjoy it. After another freezing cold ride down the M20, I'm here with my brother.
Yeah, I've got my clothes on.
We're layering up because it really is quite cold. I think we're going to be cooled in just a minute, actually. Literally just a few minutes. So this is going to be quick. What's different about this trip? Obviously the bike, got the Trident 900. It's an absolute dream. It really is. I was umming and ahhing. Should I bring the Trident? Should I do the Thunderbird? Ended up going with the Trident just because, well, I haven't done a trip with the Trident yet. And I'm glad I did, to be honest. It's a totally different riding experience, but really nice. That triple engine just does it. This is Paul, my brother. He's got his R850R, and I just think any bike that's got 2 R's in its name, it's got to be good, like really, or whatever. Absolute tank of a bike. It just comes with quality stuff all over it. You compare other bikes that are kind of made these days, they look like they come out of a Christmas cracker or something, but this is just full-on quality. Typical BMW, over-engineered in just about every way. I guess that's what BMW and Triumph had a little bit in common in the 90s and early 2000s, that they just made bikes unnecessarily over-engineered. And heavy. But this one, even though it's the same weight as this, it feels so much lighter because you've got all the weight low down. As you can see, I've got no pannier, racks or anything like that. I've just got the bag on the back, and this has got a toolkit in, it's got all my clothes and everything. We're not camping, so we don't need a tent. That's really good. I also bought this little bag only because my brother's got one and I thought I liked the look of it. It was 20 odd quid on Amazon. So I got it, and that keeps all of my cameras and all that kind of stuff in, passport, wallet, whatnot. I tell you, I'm still shivering a little bit. I had the ride down from Bristol to Chelmsford yesterday, and I got to Chelmsford and I haven't been felt that cold in my bones for quite some time. And the weather is a couple of degrees warmer, but it's kind of on and off with the sun. It's really nice when the sun's out, you can feel it, but I think it's about 12, 13 degrees, which is great for slower riding, but you get on the motorway at that speed, it just gets in your bones. On the way down on the A12, Paul refilled some oil, or topped up his oil, and didn't put the cap on properly, so it started to kind of spit some oil out the top of the engine. So that's why we had to stop earlier on.
It's on crap at DIY.
Well,
yes, you know it's true.
He's not the best at DIY, but turns out he can't screw an oil cap on either. Yeah, so we're heading over to France. We might get down to Rouen today. We might do, but it is about, and we don't want to go motorways, toll roads, so it's probably going to be about 3 or 4 hours on the road over there, but we'll see. If it's too cold, we haven't booked any hotels, nothing yet, so we can stop anywhere and book something on booking.com. That's probably what we'll do. I've been asked a number of times how much I paid for this bike, and I'm not going to tell you because last time I bought a bike, when I got to sell it, the guy told me that he wasn't willing to pay more than a certain amount because I'd already told everybody what I paid for it. So I got what I paid for it, but I thought I'm not going to say this time, just in case I don't like the Trident, then I could sell it and maybe make a little bit of money. I didn't pay what I should have paid for it. Let's put it that way. It was a lot cheaper, but worth a lot more, I think. We're on the Channel Tunnel with a bunch of Harley guys that are going down to some Harley meet in Saint-Tropez, I think. And those things are absolute tanks. Must be very comfortable to ride. A little bit like riding your BMW, probably. Paul does say, though, that at 70 mile an hour, this is really vibey. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would be really smooth. Is that Boxer engines it?
I reckon.
Yeah, probably something to do with that. Whereas the triple, that just gets smoother the faster you go, actually. Yeah, you do us only about 25, 30 kilometres or something.
That's
You
right.
okay for that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Unless you want to go further.
I think we'll stop in Aberville.
I reckon so.
I reckon we can carry on further, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we go to
Stop and have a baguette.
have a baguette, is it working out? Is it all right?
Yeah.
Let's get some food. Park up the top of the square. In a little place called Aberville, and we're just going to get ourselves a bit of food and a coffee. And for you guys that had a bit of a go last time, because I didn't learn any French, I learned how to ask for a baguette and a coffee. Un baguette au jambon et un café s'il vous plaît. I know this. We're planning to get down to Rouen, is that right?
Indeed.
And it's about an hour and 45 from here. Now, this has not been warm so far today. It's not like freezing, but it is really not warm. So I think
Weather.
no, it's not sunbather weather. I think we're looking at about, I don't actually know where my phone is. Oh, it's in here. It's about 12 degrees-ish, something like that. And obviously the wind chill puts it a little bit lower than that, but we're avoiding all motorways, we're avoiding all toll roads, so we're not kind of getting above 50 miles an hour really most of the time. It's quite a nice way of riding, I think.
Style it out like we're doing 100.
We're banking down low. All that kind of thing. It's going really well, but we've got about another hour and 45, then we'll get to Rouen. We booked in a hotel there. How much was it, Paul?
£1.
55 quid?
Yeah.
Yeah, 55 quid, so,
We're top
you know.
potato in a single bed. No.
Yeah, right. It's about 27 quid each. So that's pretty cheap for a nice warm hotel. We're gonna hit the road now. Right. Rouen, we're in Rouen. Oh man, the French know how to make their cities look beautiful, don't they? I mean, look at this. So the ride was a little bit on the cold side. We went from obviously Chelmsford down to the Channel crossing, and hitting the M20 again was like just the wind tunnel, which I hate. I absolutely hate that bit of motorway for some reason. I dread riding on it. But then we went from Calais down to Aberville, is that right?
That's right.
Aberville. And It hasn't got over 12 degrees all day, and the sun basically hasn't been coming out. It's come out a couple of times. So I reckon it was probably a little bit more like riding in like maybe 8 or 9 degrees, maybe a little bit less than that. It certainly felt pretty chilly. Stopped for some food there. Man, these lovely little, look at these little places. Wow, we'll have to have a little gander around here. Stopped for some food. My finger, 2 fingers on my right hand had just totally disappeared. But after I got some food and a coffee in me and about half an hour break, it was fine. And we had about another 105 kilometers or something down to Rouen, which is where we are now. And as you can see, it really is quite something. I don't know anything about Rouen, but clearly a bit of a historical city. I imagine, oh, some stuff about Joan of Arc here. I'm gonna have to do a bit of research before I start talking about this. It really is quite stunning here. So we arrived here, just booked ourselves into a little 2-star hotel, which cost, what did it cost, Paul? Was it 50?
55 quid.
55 quid for a room, 2 single beds.
And 18 other people standing up.
Absolutely rammed with other people. No, it wasn't a hostel. It's not a hostel. It's a proper little hotel, but it's cheap as chips. Nothing special, but almost, well, it's not as cheap as camping. Of course it isn't. Camping, you can do a bit cheaper. But for 2 people, that's like 27 quid each or something it cost. And then you get yourself a nice warm bed and a shower, and the heating was on when we got there, which is nice. So absolutely perfect really for what we need. So you can do it on a bit of a budget. So we're hoping to kind of pop around some different places in France. We may go over into Luxembourg or Belgium or Germany. We don't actually know yet, but we're just gonna kind of enjoy trying out some different places. There is just so many churches here. I'll do some filming afterwards so you can take a look, but well, that was good timing. Look at this. That's beautiful, isn't it? That is absolutely stunning. So yeah, here we are. We're gonna get ourselves a drink, probably something to eat, not too much, and probably get a fairly early night, I reckon. We'll see. We've had a little wander around town. We've decided to do it a bit more like the French way, with a baguette, a bit of cheese, a wooden knife from down in the reception, and we're just gonna have something to eat here and then get our head down. I'm not sure what time we're gonna leave tomorrow. We got no real plans, so that's the nice thing about it. So, bit of food, bit of TV, and an early night, I think. So, see you tomorrow.